dear, beautiful women, I send you my greetings. I am very glad to welcome you to our lesson. I hope you remember that I promised today to tell you what helped Beta become a true philanthropist and help not only her family, but also other families. I will share this secret with you. Also, I promised to tell you the secret of how to make yourself a true magnet for wealth and be able to afford whatever you want. You want to travel? Here you go. You want to realize your predestination? Here you go. You want to start your business? Here you go. Learn something new? Here you go. All these things will happen in your life if you follow all my recommendations. I see when people who have tremendous talents and skills come to me, but I also see that those talents are just not being used. One day, a girl came to me and brought her sister by the hand and said, "Help her. She's an incredible singer, but she only sings in the shower." When I try to take her to auditions, she shuts down, cries, and can't even pronounce a word. And then everyone wonders why we came. But she has such a talent. I want to help her. I looked at the girl and saw that she really had an incredible talent. God had given her a tremendous talent to inspire others and to direct the flow of healing energy through her singing. We performed the ritual, which I will tell you about. In addition, she followed all the recommendations I gave her. As tradition demands, I will tell you the result at the end of our lesson, before the ritual, so that you can appreciate the power of this ritual. You ask me where I obtained such knowledge and how I know such powerful rituals. My destiny is unusual. I feel great happiness to share it with you. This story happened quite a long time ago. It even seems to me that it was as if in a fairy tale. I was traveling around Altai. If you know, these are the purest turquoise-colored rivers, forests, and mountains that simply take your breath away. When you are there, you feel such power rising inside. That is the place of real shamans. That's where I met the master of Sampo. This knowledge is very rare on Earth, but I was lucky. The time of training left its mark. One day, standing on the bank of the river, the Katun River, a milky turquoise color, I was making magic passes under the guidance of my master. At one point, I heard rocks falling from the mountain, flying towards us. Without a moment's hesitation, I made a gesture with my hand, and the stones disintegrated. Then my master said calmly, "I see you are ready. You are ready to bring knowledge to people." And since then, I have been passing this sacred knowledge on to my students. Believe me, this knowledge will definitely change your life. I can even see it. And now, let's get ready. Please ventilate your room. You can pause the video and ventilate the space in which we are going to perform our ritual, so there is plenty of fresh air. Turn off your phone. Is it off? That's great. I ask each of you to put on comfortable clothes in which you feel comfortable moving around. Don't worry, I'll wait for you. Go change. Are you ready now? I took the Altai magic amulets in my hand. I look at them. I wish you could smell the fragrance. It's incredible. The scent of cedar. It is the most powerful tree of the shaman. When a shaman travels and feels he needs energy, he approaches the cedar embrace of the tree, and a stream of cosmic energy descends upon him. This is the energy of the cosmos, the energy of the earth. Absolutely unbelievable power. Look, I've got a whole family of amulets here. We have money flowing through our lineage by our father's line and by our mother's line. It can be energetically polluted by various problems such as bankruptcy or other difficult situations of collapse. But this is where the healing power of your lineage is. Look, I have a father, a mother, and 2 children. I recommend each of you have these sets for the number of members in your family. Hold out your right and left palms now. Your right hand means your father's lineage, and your left hand means your mother's lineage. Extend them to the screen and feel the power that is coming from the amulets. Breathe in this force and direct it to the solar plexus. Here is the lineage energy. Inhale and exhale into the solar plexus. Inhale and exhale one more time into the solar plexus. Now put your palms to the solar plexus. Feel the heat that comes from these amulets. Take a breath in, then exhale. Now I've energized you for our lesson so that you feel a flow of energy and power. Now you feel a heat in the solar plexus area. I think some of you may have even felt your whole body burning. Of course, amulets have such power. They can still do such wonders in your life, and you can't even imagine. I want to tell you about the difference between a person who is active and one who is just lying on the couch. What do you think the difference is? The difference lies in energy. Someone who stays on the couch has little energy, little vitality, and it's almost impossible to achieve anything in such a state. You can lie there dreaming, doing nothing, and thinking, how nice it would be if $1 million would fall on me from above right now. That's not going to happen. You have to at least get off the couch. The other person tries doing something, ideas burning in his head, the energy pulsing through him. He tries it once, he tries it twice, he tries it 3, 4, or 5 times, and then it works. Because the energy within that person, which is in the solar plexus area, attracts opportunities. I want to tell you that one of the main magnets for attracting money is the energy to have it burning and pulsating here. You may ask, how can I do that if I don't have the vitality? If I don't even have the desire nor the energy? I'm so tired after work. Does that sound familiar? Or you feel frustrated and you think, I'm not going to make it? Those limiting attitudes that you and I explored in the previous lesson begin to tell you that. What do you have to do? I'm going to tell you now. We are going to use a very ancient shamanic breathing technique, the breath of fire. We are going to kindle our inner fire. When you feel that you have no power and no energy, perhaps even depression, apathy comes into your life and you say, nothing will come out of this. But it is at this moment that you have to get up and do breathing exercises. It is very simple to do, but the effect that you will notice is huge. Now let's try to do this breathing together and feel how much our energy will increase now. Are you ready? Let's follow this very ancient knowledge. Let's try to do something. And so we're going to do the fire breathing. Stand up straight, please. Your feet are resting flat on the ground. Now we are going to start breathing through our nose. As you breathe in, your belly bulges slightly, and as you exhale, it tightens. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. It might be hard for you the first time. Now let's gradually speed up. Take 40 breaths and exhales. Very good. Now take a deep breath. Hold your breath on the inhale. Hold your breath for as long as possible. Feel the energy within flowing through your aura and through all your subtle bodies. Exhale when you need to, then hold your breath again. Take a breath now and exhale. You probably feel a little bit dizzy, but this is normal. A lot of energy goes to the brain, a lot of oxygen goes to the body, and the body might be a little bit shocked from such an amount of energy. You may feel throbbing in your aura. Do you feel warm? Let's try to do it one more time to intensify this effect. Now take 40 quick inhales and exhales through the nose. Inhale and hold your breath for the maximum amount of time possible. Exhale when you need to. Hold your breath for the maximum amount of time possible and breathe freely in and out once more. How are you feeling? Do you feel like running somewhere to do something? I recommend you do this breathing every day. And by the way, it will be one of the home assignments for our lesson. You will notice your eyes will start shining and you will want to do more things. You'll get a lot more done. The most important and pleasant thing is that new ideas and unorthodox solutions will come because you will awaken the power of your brain and your creative thinking. My dear, I see now someone's cheeks have become pink, their eyes are burning, and their heartbeat has increased a little bit. That's all good. Now, if you feel any discomfort, or maybe your heart is beating too fast, just breathe. Breathe freely. The energy will harmonize. Everything will be fine. It was with this breath of fire that we began the work with my student, about whom I told at the beginning. After we did this breathing exercise, she was doing all the recommendations. She did it so frantically, so selflessly, following all the recommendations. She and I performed the ritual together. My dear, those of you who live in Europe can hear her songs very often on the radio and see her CDs on the shelves. She is now a very famous singer. In fact, when you look at her, you wouldn't even know that this girl could be so shy, scared, and come to auditions in a state of shock and not even open her mouth. You see a relaxed, beautiful, chic girl. My dear, you and I are going to perform this ritual now. You will feel the effect. Let's get ready now. You can feel the heat in the solar plexus area now. It is the energy. That's what makes the difference between the person who's just lying on the couch and waiting for $1 million to fall on them, and that person who is trying, doing something, actively manifesting his power. Yes, it's possible that he doesn't succeed, but he tries, and success will come to him. In shamanism, prosperity and success is the responsibility of the god of wealth, the spirit of wealth, Zayin Zayache. He gives success and good luck. But even if you are friends with the spirit of wealth, you have to stay active. Imagine luck comes to you and starts knocking on the door, but you are lying on the couch. You can't even get up to open the door and say, "Welcome, good luck, come into my life." Imagine a child learning to walk. You and I have all been through this unique experience. You and I have stood up only to fall down again, up again, crawling, then falling again. How many attempts have there been? Hundreds, maybe even thousands of attempts before we learn to walk. Never give up in your life like little children never do. Show that activity of yours. Show that vitality of yours. Keep moving forward. If you don't move, you won't get anything in your life. But even if you are friends with the spirit of wealth, you absolutely have to take action. Imagine there is a knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock. But you are lying on the couch. You just don't get up from it. And it's good fortune and opportunity has come into your life. For example, the spirit of wealth thinks, I am going to create a situation in which I will introduce you to another person who will become your good partner, with whom your business will be very strong and powerful and will develop. And you think, today I will not go to the meeting. Today I will not act. The spirit of wealth will then think, what is this? How can I help this person? Please act by any means. Think of a young child learning to walk. You and I have been through this experience. Each of us was not born with the skill to walk. We had to make hundreds, thousands of attempts to learn to do it. Getting up, falling down, getting up again and crawling. Imagine if a child said, that's it. I've fallen a couple of times. I'm not going to move on with my life. I'm going to stay like this. I think you and I would still be crawling. But the child has the desire, has the activity, has this power that moves it forward, to try, to persevere, and not to settle down. Only in this state, with the blessing of the spirit of wealth, will material opportunities come into your life, the ones you dream of, the ones you need. Know that only active people get everything. Think of the scientists who did a lot of tests, experiment after experiment, and experiment after experiment, even though it would seem time to give up, and everybody next to you says, you're not going to make it. No one supports you. But it was the desire to move forward actively that made us have electricity, cell phones, computers, and many other inventions. It was only thanks to activity. So let's be active and be friends with the spirit of money. In the world, it is sometimes customary to condemn those people who have tried but have failed. But for some reason, nobody speaks about those who have not tried anything at all. I wish you to be very active and achieve your goal.
Yes, the experience these 2 days, they were wonderful. I came here with no expectations, and somehow it was really intense, really beautiful, and I'm coming out of the room much lighter, feeling myself more, and with many sweet reminders and with powerful rituals, which I recommend to every woman. So thank you very much for everything that we have learned this weekend, and we also have remembered, because some knowledge is there, it just needs to be awakened, and you guys did a great job.
Invite your friends and acquaintances here. Share the link to this video with them. The more we are, the faster we will save the world. If you want to receive a gift, special music of cosmic frequency, leave your contact info, follow the link, and we will send you a gift to your email. You will be amazed by the powerful, beneficial effect of this music, which was tested in scientific institutes and ancient temples.
My dear, we are going to start our ritual of shamanic power and connect with the spirit of money, Zayin Zayache. Look at the screen right now and feel its blessing. Inhale this energy. Then breathe it out. Let its image be present on your inner screen during our ritual. Well, now stand up straight. Your feet are standing firmly on the ground. The crown of your head rises upward. Your spine is straight. We put our hands together in the chest area. Now, let's say together the mantra, which calls for the blessing of the spirit of money. Om Zayin Zayache Kwach Kohin Te. Om Zayin Zayache Kwach Kohin Te. Feel the power and confidence that comes from just one phrase of power. I am filled with strength. I feel the protection and patronage of divine power. I am successful in my business. Divine power makes me more successful. I am carrying out a divine plan. I am dexterous, self-collected, and wise. I have a strong intention. I am striving towards greater things. I am active and not reassured. I am acting on a clear decision. I believe in the great success of my business. My deeds are the same as God's deeds. Close your eyes. Feel the energy and power that is awakening within your body. It is the power of activity, the blessing of God, and the spirit of wealth. Zayin Zayache. Take a deep breath in and out. Open your amazing eyes. How are you feeling? Do you feel confident? Do you feel strong inside? Do you have any thoughts that you will succeed? This ritual allows you to achieve your goals in a very short time. You have a goal. Set yourself this goal and do this complex ritual several times a day. For example, one of my students used to do it every hour. My darlings, it is very important to perform this ritual using magical amulets. I will share my experiences with you. This story happened many years ago when I needed to materialize events very quickly. I was told that this event required 6 months for materializing, but I could not wait such a long time. And I asked the spirit of money what I was to do. Do this ritual, it said. I did this ritual every hour for 2 days. And in 2 days, I was able to achieve what I wanted instead of 6 months, thanks to the power of this ritual. Of course, my magical amulets were with me, and therefore I always advise you to have magical amulets next to you, which enhance the effect of the ritual. This will be your homework assignment. My darling, be sure to do this series of rituals. Choose the number of times you do it according to your feelings. Perhaps you want to materialize events quickly. Do it at least every hour, just like me. If you want slower results, do it once a day. I know there are different situations. Karmic situations tied to money problems can be found very deep in generations of the lineage, even as far back as the 5th or 10th generation that lived before you. In such cases, deeper work is needed. Know that there are no situations that cannot be solved. Contact me. Write to me. I will help you in solving your situation. Come to our seminars because nothing can replace live, wonderful communication at the seminar. After all, 50 to 100 people gathering here create a very powerful flow of energy, and every woman makes energetic magical movements. Do your homework. Do it regularly. I am waiting for you in my next lesson so that we will continue our friendship with the spirit of money. My dear, accept my congratulations. We have had one more lesson and we are a bit closer to achieving our goal. I really ask you to follow all the recommendations and do all the home assignments. What will it be this time? First, do the breathing of fire every day. When you feel that you do not have enough energy, you are overwhelmed, you are in a bad mood, or you feel insecure, immediately do this breathing. Second, perform our ritual every day. Perhaps you can do it every hour if you want to achieve results faster. By the way, I want to remind you of Beta, whom I told you about. She was from a poor family, but became a woman who realized her dream and became a benefactress. The secret of her success also lies in fulfilling all the recommendations mentioned above. That's why, my dear, follow them. They do work, they help, and they make your life bright and successful. See you at the next lesson.
Here on this place I found everything in my life what I was always seeking for. I'm totally happy, I'm totally healthy, I'm glad and I'm joyful, and I will bring this power to the whole world and to my city and to my village and to my family and to myself, and I love you everybody.
Invite your friends and acquaintances here. Share the link to this video with them. The more we are, the faster we will save the world. If you want to receive a gift, special music of cosmic frequency, leave your contact info, follow the link, and we will send you a gift to your email. You will be amazed by the powerful, beneficial effect of this music, which was tested in scientific institutes and ancient temples.
Congratulations, precious ones. A sacred knowledge has been revealed to you. Remember that the most important thing is to conduct energy through yourself and do all the practices, fulfill all the recommendations and homework. And only when you are filled with energy and power, you will be able to pass it to others, to your relatives, friends, children, pets. You'll be able to perform a real miracle for the whole earth. After all, now you are part of a big spiritual family. In our school, you are connecting with the knowledge of the ancient times, with the truth that the angels are transmitting to the earth, and now they want to manifest through you. Remember how important it is for us to unite together. Only together we can save this world by filling it up with love and light. Gather in circles of love, in meditations, in your cities and countries. Rush to our seminars and classes, because when we unite together with spirits of light, angels calling all souls of light of the earth to unite in prayer, in rituals, then the triumph of light forces on this earth will be proclaimed, and good will overthrow all evil, dark, all gloomy, all diseases, all wars. Everything will be defeated by the power of our love. Let's unite together at classes, at seminars, at sacred places of the planet. Dear ones, if you have watched this video, this online training up to this moment, it means that you are a very aspiring soul with a great destiny. It means that you are ready to comprehend the real universal laws of the world. And now they will open for you. Now you will learn the sacred knowledge of the structure of this world, the cosmic laws of energy, which create the destinies of all mankind. Watch carefully until the very end. Do all the practices so that nobody and nothing distracts you in these precious minutes for your soul. This video was created for the best people of the earth. And if you are watching it, it means that you are God's chosen soul. Angels and light spirits have led you on this path. Be attentive, and being filled with the energy of love, generously give it to everyone around you. Let it be so.
Dear beautiful, radiant soul, right now you will receive knowledge of the great law, the universal law that bestows wealth, prosperity, success, love, and absolute happiness. This is the universal law of sacrifice. Perhaps you're familiar with the expression, what you give is yours. What you withhold, you lose. Or maybe you've heard the phrase, the more we give, the more we receive. All of this speaks of the universal law of sacrifice. But how can we truly understand it? And most importantly, how can we apply it correctly in our lives? All our troubles, misfortunes, poverty, disasters, conflicts, and all the negativity that occurs in our lives happen because we fail to abide by the universal law of sacrifice. How does it work? And why is this law so important? In modern society, in the modern world, we have become accustomed to taking only. Our entire society is structured in such a way that we take. We try to acquire as much property, money, people, and power as possible. The entire consumerist society is built on possession, on the desire to take from someone and something. And the most important thing is that we are deceived. We are told that you will become happy when you have something external. A house, a car, an apartment, a family, a job, money, power, adoration. But take a close look at those people who already have it. Can you definitely call them happy? Can you really say, looking at a wealthy person, that he is happy? Or is he, with under-eye bags, constant stress, antidepressants, and a huge number of psychologists? And are people who own houses, cars, yachts, have created families, are they all happy simply because they have these things? Or could it be that the secret of happiness lies in something else? Not in consumption, but rather in the ability to give. Think now about how you feel when you give someone a gift or help someone. And maybe you already have experience in charitable activities. Perhaps you have participated in our volunteer projects. Remember how happy you were when you gave someone your attention, your time, your love. When you bought groceries for the needy grandmother, fed a kitten. Recall how you feel when you give sincerely from the bottom of your heart, expecting nothing in return. How do you feel? Happy, right? This is the observance of the universal law of sacrifice. It is the ability to give and share easily, the ability not to be attached to the material things of this world that would make us happy. All our troubles and sufferings stem from attachment, from identifying with people, events, or things. Our car breaks down, we get upset, we lose our home, loved ones, and we worry greatly about it. All our suffering is connected with losses, with the fact that we don't know how to give, with the lack of understanding that everything in this life is given to us by God. And if He has given us something, He can also take it away at any moment. This is the essence of the universal law of sacrifice. God gives us everything. If we are joyful, if we help others, if we dwell in goodness and happiness, God gives us everything. But at any moment, He can take it away and see how we react. And if we do not attach ourselves to things, people, events, if we thank God for everything He gives and for everything He takes, we will never lose the state of happiness. We become invulnerable to all problems, troubles, and misfortunes. Look at this illustration depicting a woman who is carrying a bag on her back, a bag of her attachments and identifications. It's very precious to her. She thinks it's the most important thing in her life. But at the same time, look, she is tormented by the constant fear of losing something. She drags it with her, believing that without it, she won't survive. But is that really the case? This is the burden, the weight of the past that weighs down on each of us. Now, look at the second illustration. She offers this bag on the altar, sacrifices it. The priest takes this sacrifice, and look at how she has transformed. She has become younger, more beautiful, blossomed. A magical amulet shines on her chest. Bright spirits are flying around her. She has freed herself from the treasure she was carrying, from the burden that weighed her down, pressing her to the ground and turning her into an old, sick, and unhappy woman. She has been freed and found true happiness. This illustration depicts the law of sacrifice. But how does it work? What is hidden in this bag? The simplest form of sacrifice is a material one. Whenever we want to obtain something, we sacrifice money to buy it, pay for our leisure or experiences. This is the most straightforward form of sacrifice. Money is invented for the purpose of exchange, to give something and receive something in return. In the past, there was exchange, where people exchanged goods. Then, cattle became currency, followed by gold, silver, paper money, and now electronic money. It doesn't matter what currency is invented or what we exchange. Money exists to be given and received in exchange for something. However, this is the simplest form of sacrifice. At the initial stage, even on a spiritual path, You can make a material sacrifice and receive in return a magical amulet, individual diagnostics, or attend a seminar. But this is only the first stage of sacrifice. In order to truly become happy, it is necessary to sacrifice your identifications, attachments, lies, and negative emotions. This is already very challenging, and not everyone is capable of it. Sacrificing harmful habits, for instance. How can a person become happy if they cannot get rid of the habit of overeating or consuming alcohol? Our harmful habits, negative emotions, lies, and identifications are what truly need to be sacrificed on the altar to the priest. This is the kind of sacrifice that God requires in order to grant us happiness, love, and prosperity in return. What sacrifice are you willing to make? If a person does not offer all of this as a sacrifice, their life will only get worse and worse, and they will be crushed under the weight of all the problems that surround them. Even when you make a material sacrifice at a seminar, it is crucial to understand whether you are willing to part with your negative emotions. How do you perform the ritual? How do you go through the practices? Are you dedicated to it, completely open to the power, and totally committed to the sacrifice you make? And if a person starts holding back, saving, fearing to give too much, if they start attaching themselves to the material wealth that God has given them, then such a person is closed off to the higher divine power, and it cannot enter them. The benevolent spirits cannot help them, no matter how much they want to, because they themselves have closed off to this energy. They drag this huge, heavy sack. When you sacrifice openly, from the heart, giving without expecting anything in return, but with gratitude, and when you donate to charity. In fact, all the funds from our seminars and sessions are sent to those in need, and you are essentially always engaged in charitable work. And if you offer with an open heart, a state of goodness, joy, and grace comes to you.
Online course. Great knowledge of the most successful people in the world is collected here. Register for the course.
This is the sign of a sincere and open sacrifice. Because first, you need to enter a happy state, be completely open and joyful, grateful, and only then will changes in fate begin. You need to sacrifice your negative state, judgment, criticism, despondent thoughts, disbelief. Offer all of this as a sacrifice on God's altar and part with it once and for all. Are you ready? And there's no need to envy those who have money in their accounts, those who have wealth, or other external symbols of success. These people are unhappy and often just cry in their golden baths adorned with expensive jewels. They feel like the most miserable people in the world. Because everything we strive for, the very first thing we need, is a state of happiness. That's the first thing we need. And the last. Because when we attain a state of happiness, nothing else is needed. All the bright spirits flock to it. They come from different corners of the planet. Spirits of success, wealth, love, and joy come instantly as soon as we sacrifice all the negativity and let go of it. You are much happier than all those who have bags of money. You are much richer than them because you dwell in God. What's the use of money if you're unhappy? What's the point of having all the riches in the world if you're sad, lonely, broken, and sick? You cannot buy anything with this money. Very often, a person chooses the long path to happiness. They think that they will get a promotion at work and become the happiest person, or they will buy something for themselves, a house, an apartment, start a family, and become the happiest person in the world. They go a very long way to find happiness, striving to possess, to get one thing, then another, and then another. All of this is just a long path that often does not lead to happiness at all. To attain happiness, you need to take the shortest path, by connecting with God. By giving to God what He has given us, we receive grace, love, and happiness in return. Like in the parable that Jesus told His disciples about the 2 mites, where Christ, along with His disciples, observed a poor woman giving 2 mites as an offering in the temple. They also saw a wealthy merchant donating a large ark of gold. Jesus then asked His disciples who had given the greater sacrifice, the rich man with the ark of gold, or the poor woman with her 2 mites. He explained to His disciples that the woman didn't just give 2 mites. She gave all she had. She wouldn't even have anything left to feed her children. Yet, she offered her sacrifice to God and gave all she had. And in return, she would receive the kingdom of God. The rich man, on the other hand, gave only a small portion of his wealth, and he wouldn't receive even a fraction of what the devoted and poor woman would receive from God. This is the essence of the phrase that the more we give, the more we receive. It's no longer about the quantity of money or material possessions, but about our internal capacity for generosity, what we are willing to sacrifice. And if we become attached to everything that God has given us, eventually, God will reclaim His sacrifice. But it won't be pleasant for us because we will part with it involuntarily. Misfortunes may occur, such as fires, plane crashes, or other disasters. We may lose material possessions. Perhaps we'll lose our jobs or face bankruptcy or something else. We will lose what we couldn't willingly sacrifice. Because God will reclaim what has always belonged to Him anyway. But we can make this sacrifice willingly. We can part with what we don't need in order to receive goodness, happiness, and love. After all, God looks down from the heavens, watching how we humans use what He has given us. Once at a seminar, a woman decided to leave a little earlier. Without waiting for the seminar to end, she began to get ready to leave. The mentor stopped her and said, "You cannot leave now. Stay here under the protection of the spirits." She didn't want to listen, thinking she had important matters, work to attend to, and she might lose a lot of money. So, the mentor gave her a magical talisman. She handed her a pine cone, saying that a spirit lived within it, which would protect her, and she needed to acquire this magical object. The woman refused, unwilling to make a material sacrifice. She went on her way at night. The mentor prayed fervently for her and asked everyone at the seminar to pray to help and protect this woman, because she had a terrible aspect threatening her with death. And she got into an accident. She survived, but ended up in the hospital, where she took a long time to recover, and her car was severely damaged. When she received the bill for the damaged car, she was amazed. It was exactly the same amount that the mentor had suggested she offer as a sacrifice for the magical talisman she had given her. Precisely the same amount. Realizing this, the woman understood the importance of voluntary sacrifice and that spirits, God, will always take the sacrifice that needs to be given.
Individual session. Where is the source of your financial energy? Reveal your superpowers and help yourself and your loved ones.
On the same seminar, her friend stayed until the very end and went through a very strong individual ceremony. For her, it was very significant in terms of sacrifice, but she offered this material amount, wanting to give her all, trust in the power, trust in the spirits. And as soon as she returned home, she was surprised to learn that she had received a promotion at work, and her salary was increased by exactly the same amount she had contributed for the individual ritual. In this way, she multiplied her wealth, receiving this exact sum every month, and her friend struggled for a long time to pay off the debts for her crashed car, recover her health. She missed important business meetings, lost her contract. She lost so much when she could have listened to the conductor of power and stayed at the seminar under the protection of spirits. It would have been a conscious sacrifice in exchange for which she would have received goodness. If a person doesn't want to give anything, becomes attached, identifies with things, and doesn't want to sacrifice, then sooner or later, it will all be taken away from them. No one will take anything with them to the other side. Remember the words of Alexander the Great. Before his death, the great military leader requested to have his lifeless body carried on a shield, with his hands hanging down from it, so that as his body was carried through the crowd, all people would see that his hands were empty. He had conquered half the world, but he couldn't take a single coin with him to the afterlife. This wisdom came to the great military leader only shortly before his death. He lamented how he hadn't understood this earlier and hadn't dedicated his life to serving God and humanity. Look at this mystical image. You can see an illustration of Christ saying, "It is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God." A woman, attached to her possessions and material objects, stands at the entrance to paradise. But in order to pass through this needle's eye and find herself in paradise among the angels, to draw closer to God, she must cast aside all her money, all her identifications, part with them, and leave them behind in the past. After all, in the kingdom of God, in paradise, we cannot take anything with us. And these attachments and identifications make us so unhappy. The demons, rubbing their hands together, stand behind her, expecting that she won't be able to let go of everything she has acquired. And then they will drag her to hell. Indeed, true hell is our suffering over losses, our anguish over what we haven't obtained and what we've lost. This is what demons feed on, and this is what they eagerly anticipate, rubbing their palms and laughing at the woman who wants to carry all her accumulated experiences with her into the kingdom of God. Precious ones, remember that the most important thing to strive for in this life is a state of happiness. Look at the people at our seminars. Recall if you've been to places of power, undergone individual rituals, communicated with spirit helpers. You've already attained a state of happiness. You know what it is. It's the first thing to aim for, and it's also the last thing that each person needs. Therefore, do not be afraid to part with what you no longer need, what has long outlived its purpose. Follow the universal law of sacrifice. The more we give, the more we receive. And then we become invulnerable to all troubles and sufferings, becoming the happiest in the world. We sincerely wish this for you from the bottom of our hearts, from the depths of our souls. We strive to make you the happiest in the world. God is watching you, and the benevolent spirits are watching you. And right now, extend your palms towards the screen and feel the flow of benevolent energy, the flow of happiness, success, and prosperity. Take a deep breath, receiving this flow, and envelop yourself and your loved ones in this radiant light of God, which is pouring abundantly upon you right now. May the blessings of the higher powers be with you. Aum. Precious ones, you deserve nothing but the best. We wish for you to always dwell in happiness and harmony, to fathom the mysteries of the gods and planets. To achieve this, come to our seminars, sessions. Seek guidance from the conductors of power, from those who possess and understand the truth, from those who are always aligned with the power. Only then will you be able to find true understanding of your life's purpose, discover your talents and abilities, and perhaps even receive an amulet or talisman that can protect you from all negative influences. You, your loved ones, your family, everyone dear to you. Right now, you can visit our website and find out which amulet is right for you, which spirit helper is needed for your loved ones, and most importantly, to delve into the truth and knowledge. Seek help from the great wisdom. It is hidden in our portal, in ancient books, the knowledge which is capable of changing your entire life. Make sure to follow the link. Look, read, explore yourself and the world. Never before has the truth been conveyed in such an easy, bright, and pure form. We even have an animated masterpiece that tells the secrets of the creation of the world. If you want to understand why the universal law of sacrifice exists, why God created it, and what is important for humans to understand, you can vividly see it in the 13th episode of the animated series, Life After Life. There, you will learn about things you never even suspected and understand the meaning of your life on Earth. You can find everything through the links in the description. If you want even more interesting videos, be sure to like this video so that we know which knowledge interests you. Share this link with those who are capable of understanding the depth encoded here. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and be sure to click the bell icon so you won't miss new videos. See you soon, dear ones. Be happy.
Come from far away, you just give a pleasure to kiss this heaven, this energy what you are giving us, are giving kids. In my heart. You are with you in my heart. You have an angel of soul. Many fantastic angels. You have angels that no wings.
I want to thank you, my dear. It is really thanks to you that we can do good all over the earth, in different cities and countries. It's all because of your alms. Hey, doggy. Good boy. You also want some food. We're going to help him now. Yes, sweetie. My dear, you can help everyone. Homeless animals and people who need you. Maybe it's the grandmother who lives next door. Maybe it's a low-income family. And just by coming to our seminars and classes, you have already become a philanthropist, because we direct all the funds from our seminars to charity. We help those in need. Do good, and may this world be a better place.
Yeah, we just spent 2 days, 2 amazing days together, and yeah, we really feel empowered. Like we are not alone anymore. We feel like a female. We really left many luggage that we're holding for many, many years on our shoulders behind us. So yeah, I feel really grateful and happy. Yeah, also touched that I can leave this space and go continue on my normal duties, but like a newborn female, newborn woman. I really feel lots of power. So yeah, if you have ever opportunity to come for any workshop, please do so. Yeah, I think we are the future. We are the future of this world. So don't wait any longer. Thank you.
Invite your friends and acquaintances here. Share the link to this video with them. The more we are, the faster we will save the world. If you want to receive a gift, special music of cosmic frequency, leave your contact info, follow the link, and we will send you a gift to your email. You will be amazed by the powerful, beneficial effect of this music, which was tested in scientific institutes and ancient temples.
The most exciting adventure of your life. Cyclops and centaurs are waiting for you. Angels will be your guides to the world of miracles. Take the power. Become a warrior of light. Save the planet. Learn the secrets of little green men and life on other planets. How the gods create your destiny, and is it possible to change it? All the mysteries of humanity, life and death. Angels and spirits in the animated masterpiece Life After Life.
superpowers.